Hey, good morning, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us on time. We are seeing a lot of people streaming in, so maybe we'll give them a minute before we get started. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Thanks everybody for joining our webinar today. My name is TK Sim and I'm based out of the Autodesk Singapore office. I'm happy to be a host today. I'm responsible for global campaigns in APAC. So thank you very much for joining us today. So today's topic is about our AEC collaboration. So what's now new and next for BIM Collaborate Pro. So let's get going with that. So as usual, if those who have joined us before, you know I need to read through our safe harbor statement to you before we get started. So this presentation may make statements regarding future events and development efforts of our products and services. These statements reflect our current expectations based on what we know today. Our plans are not intended to be a promise or guarantee of future delivery of products and services or features, and purchasing decisions should not be made based on these statements. Get that out of the way. Go through some logistical. So I believe most people tend to join us on their computer. However, if you are unable to, you're on the move, you can also join us on your phone. And the setting is recommendation is there. We also have a Q&A session, a live Q&A session, and we have our experts John and Ning in the background answering your questions. So feel free to post any questions in Q&A, not chat, anytime during the presentation, right? And then we'll get to as many of them as we can. Lastly, is about the recording. So this webinar is recorded as per our previous webinars, and it will be sent to you. A link will be sent to you with our follow-up email, and you can review the event again or share it out with your friends and colleagues. And yeah, so you will get a copy of the recording after the event. So in case you have missed some of our earlier webinars, and we've done quite a few, here is the link to our portal. So if you have other topics that you would like to review, please go join our past webinars there. These are on demand, so you can do it anytime, anywhere, in your own leisure, and you can share it out with your friends. And there's lots of content in there. So I do encourage you to visit us there. Next is another freebie. So this is a new report that we have come up with, and we have actually interviewed quite a number of business leaders throughout the world. And so this project or this report has been compiled based on feedback and insights from business leaders throughout the globe. So I would encourage you to download this. I think it's very useful. Samantha will help us post the link into the chat box. It's totally free, so please have a look at that and check those out. And next, one more news is AU 2023. So AU stands for Autodesk University. This is an annual event that we do, and it's open to all our customers worldwide. And those who are fortunate enough can get to Las Vegas. So we are bringing it back to Las Vegas this year, and it's from the November 13 to 15. So if you are fortunate enough to be able to make the trip, good for you. For those of us who aren't able to make it, we can still join them virtually. It is free to register. So the conference link is there. So check it out and register for free. It is, and you can see what's going on there. There are some videos, there's recording of different sessions, And being in APAC, obviously, there's a huge time difference. Some of it will be recording. Some of the sessions you see may be delayed because of the time difference, because we are ahead of everybody else in the US. All right, so with that out of the way, let me put up the poll questions. So if you could help us answer a couple of questions, that would be really helpful. So what's your role in your team? Off the bat, we got the designers, BIM managers, general contractor. Yeah, this will help us, better understand the demographic that we have in these events. Thank you very much for participating in this. Great. Thanks, guys, for helping us with that. We have one more question. So what tools do you currently use to collaborate? So as you know, BIM Collaborate Pro is our tool of choice, but there are many out there and different people use different types of tools. We see we have server-based applications. Some are using Dropbox and Office apps, which is very common. Thank you so much. As with that, so we have a better idea of your background. And to introduce our presenter today is Dadavan from our India office. Dadavan, take it away.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Sven. So let me share my screen. Yeah. Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, like wherever you're. I think we are running this webinar for the APAC region. So people might be attending from India or Singapore, ANZ markets, or from other different locations. And thanks for joining the webinar today. And today I'll be talking more about what's now and new and what is next as a roadmap that we have for the BIM Collaborate Pro. So I've seen like a lot of BIM managers, VDC managers, and their designers have joined today. And also the 50% of the crowd where they're using BIM Collaborate Pro and BIM 360, and the remaining 50% are using some other medium of communication like VPN and other chat box. So these are the type of communications they're using. So it's good to start with like what we have now, what Autodesk is, what is BIM Collaborate Pro and what is Autodesk Construction Cloud. So let me start off with what is BIM Collaborate Pro and the Autodesk Construction Cloud. Then I'll be discussing about what is the new features that we have in the cloud, and also the next in terms of roadmap and what are the things that as Autodesk we are in progress in developing it. Let me move on to the slide. And also I'll be talking more on the buildings and also the infrastructure workflow. So I'll be covering both building engineering and the infrastructure, civil 3D and all that. And so I'm going to start off with today's presentation by explaining what is digital transformation has meant to Autodesk and how it has been adopted, as well as the common data environment to the construction cloud. Okay. So as you all know, the business needs are changing, and we have So as you all know, the business needs are changing, and our solutions allow for a hybrid and open collaboration environment in multiple locations. I think post-pandemic, the many things have changed in terms of work culture. So even now, as Autodesk, we are working in a flexi mode or the hybrid mode, and many companies or project members also still they're working from home, and they have this hybrid and the flexi 2 days or 3 days once they can go to office. But when they're working from home or anywhere, anytime, how they can connect to the data. Because the project data lies in the system if they're using a server-based or the office-based environment. So it will be lying on their local server, right? So it's very difficult or hard to connect to those project data connecting with VPN So those struggles will be there. But as Autodesk or a construction cloud, so will help you to provide this continuity, and we have a where we enable the project members have the complete clarity and while working on the project, so they can connect the team, stakeholders, and the other clients or the consultant or the general contractor. So everyone will have the similar clarity, and overall the entire project members will have the complete visibility. And finally, your business needs should have the better visibility, right? So that only then you can able to get the proper insights about the project. And here companies are investing heavily in digitization nowadays. So they have their co-authoring tools. The customers, you might be using Revit or Civil 3D or InfraWorks, Plan 3D. So you'll be using many co-authoring tools. But how we are going to connect this data? Because any project that you work on it doesn't start or complete with one single application. So if you're using Revit, the entire project work cannot be done with Revit. And also there are multiple disciplines, or the like structure, architecture, MEP, and civil, roads and highways, bridges, and all that. So here, in end of the day, you have to connect all these disciplines in one single place, right? So only then you can able to have a better collaboration and the coordination. So how you can connect those team members? So that's where the company is also investing heavily on the digitalizations and want the solutions that connect more than just the teams, or offer flexibility or provide powerful insights. When I say powerful insights, so the day by day when we work on a project, so a lot of changes will come in. So each person will be doing some changes, and issue creations, markups. There are many things comes while working on the project, as I think you know pretty much well, right? So how this data will get collected. So if you're not having a platform to collect this information, so when we have this BIM audit and all that, so we are not able to track it. So it's very difficult to know like who have done the changes, who have missed out to complete the issues before the deadline, right? So there are many tasks will be there, and because of that, many rework might happen during the construction side. So we need to have a platform which can provide a powerful insight, and we need a solutions where they can connect, and you can connect your teams, tools, and data all in one place to improve your productivity, and also to avoid the rework at the site, and also during the design phase. And flexible when it comes to AEC workflow. So if we talk about horizontal projects or the vertical projects, so it could be a building projects, or it could be your infrastructure related projects, and you want to access your data, and you need a co-authoring tools. You don't need to have any co-authoring tools at any time. Let's say, for example, if you're traveling somewhere, and if you are not in office, and you don't have the applications to open the for example, quickly, if you want to review one of my Civil 3D model or the Revit model, you might not be having an co-authoring tools in your system. So when you have this Autodesk cloud platform, so you are able to just log in, and you can able to see the project with the complete project files, because the ACC platform supports like 60 plus industry file formats. It could be Autodesk file formats, or it could be non-Autodesk file formats. So you can open all this project files right on the cloud. And lastly, there should be a powerful platform which should provide a secure access and centralized data storage in one place, as to maintain the complete data integrity. So the security also, from our side, we have the white papers which we can share it post session. So those who are new to this cloud platform and wanted to understand more on the security front, so how the data can be accessed securely. So we have the white paper which can be shared across to you. And so we as an Autodesk continuously continuing to invest in all the products in our product portfolios to expand the complete product portfolio reach, to get the meaningful integrations, to build meaningful integrations between these products, so that customers can carry out end-to-end workflow across these products, and ultimately unifying these products and the workflow. It help you to deliver a unified platform, so where all the champion features come together across the entire digital building life cycle. And if you talk about if you look at the complete portfolio of the Autodesk Construction Cloud, so this is a different modules that we have in ACC platform. So in a shorter form, I would call ACC platform. So starting from the design phase, plan, build, and operation. So these are the key things as a construction industry will be taken care, right? So these are the main key priorities to look into it, and these are the areas where the industry also will be facing a lot of challenges, because design team will be working and they are not connected properly to the planning team, and also the build, like field management and the project management team, and also the post that operation maintenance. So the teams are not connected each other, and what are the design changes will be done, it is not properly communicated to the rest of the team members, the RFI creations and all that. So the Autodesk construction platform, this unified platform, would provide connect the data from starting from design stage till the operation, and you can see there are a lot of features and functionalities there in the for if you take each module, like if you take build module or the design module, so we have a lot of features like design authoring or the design collaborations and all that. So this is what we call as a connected construction. And I think there are some in the poll question I understood like people are already using some BIM 360 platform also. There was like earlier one, Autodesk Construction Cloud in Autodesk offering that at the center of the best fit construction, I would say. We have like different in ACC, apart from the design module or the build or the operations or the cost management. So apart from this, we have the other solutions in the same platform, like building connected and plan grade, assemble. So there are some other more products, I would say, which will help you for the quantifications and extracting the informations. What are the BIM model that we have created to extract those informations, how you can quickly take off the quantities out of it, right? For the bidding purpose, project bidding purpose, we have tools like Assemble, Building Connected, and anyway, Plan Grid that we have acquired. So that has been part of this Autodesk Construction Cloud. So those features is already incorporated now. And this Autodesk Construction Cloud brings these solutions together, and Autodesk investment and continued product development remain focused on the Autodesk Construction Cloud products. And we believe we have achieved workflow equivalently for major ACC products compared to our legacy products such as BIM 360. So compared to those BIM 360 legacy product, we have a lot of workflow changes that has been added in as part of the Autodesk Construction Cloud. And each customer may have unique challenges that it's already getting translated to a specific workflow requirements in our product portfolio. And also, we are encouraging our customers to start off with sort of the new projects in ACC, because we have seen customers who are a BIM 360 user. So those projects, maybe they might be still working on BIM 360 project. Like the project might have been created like a few years ago, and still they might be continuing with that. And for those customers, we're encouraging them to create the new projects. When they create a new project, so they can start creating with the Autodesk Construction Cloud, so which has more functionality compared to the BIM 360 environment. And let's look at like what is Autodesk BIM Collaborate Pro. So those who are new to BIM Collaborate Pro and you want to understand like what is BIM Collaborate Pro, and I would say this platform is for the whole project team members. Like if you are a designer, like architects, engineers, sub-consultant, contractors, admins, project managers, BIM or VDC, you could be decision makers, BIM principal or project owners, or it could be a client. So any one of we have a different designations in the organization, right? If we talk about BIM for buildings or infrastructure, there are different disciplines and different designations that we have. So people who are Revit users or Civil 3D users and Plan 3D users, so they can go for BIM Collaborate Pro, and where you can able to centrally manage your data and ensure the model constructability in a unified platform. And easily you can share the feedback. As I mentioned earlier, you can review the insights. That's the most important thing. So each user can able to see the complete insights about the project. So what's going on in the project, what are the overdue issues, and are we able to complete the project before the deadline, and how many open issues are there and how many closed issues. There are a lot of the moment you start the project from an ACC platform for the day one till you're working, like for example, you might have in a time of 6 months. So you can check day by day what is the activity which is going on in the inside page. And also it answers 3 major pain points that companies and the decision makers are facing today. Is like company, as I said like earlier, company needs more flexibility for remote work people, because anytime, anywhere they need to work, they want to get access to the project data. And people, as I said, like Revit users or civil 3D users or plant 3D users, so they wanted to get access to the data anywhere, anytime, and company needs fewer disconnected or non-integrated apps. So more, they're looking for more streamlining of their project data and the complete project workflow. And not all the decision makers need to have the co-authoring tools. Let's say if I'm a decision maker, I no need to have a Revit installed in my system or a Civil 3D installed in my system or a Plan 3D. But still, if I want to see the complete project model, I want to review the mechanical discipline or plumbing discipline or the architecture and all these things, so I can able to do that with having the access to the BIM Collaborate Pro. And also quickly to show you like what are the benefits that you get in BIM Collaborate. First, like when you subscribe for BIM Collaborate Pro, you'll have the Autodesk Docs environment in that, which give access to like 60 plus file formats that you can support. So we're not talking about only the Autodesk file formats here. Apart from Autodesk, the industry uses different applications, right? If they're using a civil engineering or a structural engineer, so they might be using different applications. So all those project models can be uploaded into the Autodesk docs. You can able to review those and provide markups, issues, and everything on those project data. And you can do the 2D and 3D version comparison. And you'll also get the design collaboration where you can schedule the publish, packaging review, and Revit cloud work sharing. So that's a most important thing, I would say. So on live, we can able to share the data. So when I'm working on the, let's say if I'm an architect, interior architect, so if I want to share my package, what are the design changes that I've done in the interior, so I want to share it to the other architects or the structural engineers or the MEP engineers. So I can create a package and I can share it to the other respective disciplines, so that they can able to review and they can consume my packages. And when they review and consume it, they are also able to see what is the difference that I have made it. And because of my change, what are the disciplines will get affected, and all these things that they can visually they can able to see in a 2D as well as in the 3D environment. So that makes the job easy for the designers. And also in addition, you'll get the model coordination. So when we're talking about the design changes and all that, sharing your design packages to the other disciplines and consuming and all that, what happens is like we're updating the changes, updating the design. So due to my design update, what is the coordination issue which will come in? For example, when I'm moving my wall, when I move my beam or a column, so definitely the MEP elements will get affected, right? So quickly, simultaneously, I wanted to make sure like, because of my design change, there is no clash there. So if there is a clash also, how to rectify and how to communicate those clashes to the respective users. So these things can be done quickly on the same Autodesk Construction Cloud environment. And all this features and functionality comes with BIM Collaborate Pro. And this not only for the Revit, so we have this BIM Collaborate Pro, which can be used for Civil 3D users, like for Civil 3D projects. And there also they will be creating the packages and consuming the data shortcuts, and automatically the file will get locked. When one user is working on it, the other person cannot able to open on the same file and do the changes. So the file will show us a locked icon. So, and again, the docs will be a kind of a base for the Autodesk Construction Cloud. On top of that, if you're going for BIM Collaborate for a build module or other modules also, the Autodesk docs will be the base for everything. So where you will have the complete folder structure will be created with all the permissions, and you will be uploading all the data to the same platform. And also the Plant 3D users. So even for the Plant 3D users also, the BIM Collaborate will work, like model coordination and design collaboration and the docs and all that. So these are the a quick overview about Autodesk Construction Cloud and what are the different modules that we have. And let me start off with building, design, and engineering collaboration, what we have now. So for example, pretty much I covered these things. I was talking about the cloud work sharing and how you can access all this data. And when you open up a Revit, so this is the startup screen that you can able to see on your Revit, and directly you're opening the model from the cloud. So you'll have a add-in, like for example, it will show us Autodesk docs icon when you open the Revit, when you start your Revit, and you're able to access all the projects. You might be having more than what are the projects that you have on the cloud. So you can able to select the project, open the specific folder, and open the central model, because everyone will be working on the same central model. So in without cloud, for example, if companies are using the server based and all that, so they have to create a central model, put it in the server, and all the other users have to work on the local file. So each local user have to work on it, and they have to do the synchronization. So when they do that, so they'll create a network traffic, and they face a lot of synchronization issue, right? So they have to attach the model, detach the model from the central. So there are many collaboration issues might come in. They have to create work sites and all that, and permissions has to be provided for the work site. So other users can, you should not disturb the rest of the person's work set also. So there are like multiple things that you have to taken care when you work on the office-based user interface. And but with BIM Collaborate and all that, so where you will be directly working on the central model, and all the changes, design packages, everything will be done on the same model. And also just to, yeah, so model coordination. So what the mainly it is for the class reduction. As I said, like whenever you do the design changes, so parallelly you must check the clashes also, because of the change, what is the clash it is occurring, and to create a complete federated model also can be created when you're working with structure, architecture, or even for the civil 3Ds, underground utilities, roads and bridges, all the designers and everything. So you can bring in all the projects together, and you can create a federated model. And also not only within the Autodesk platform, maybe if you're working some IFC model, so where you might have got some IFC references from your consultant or the client also, you can, all the DWG files. So you can bring in all the files together on the BIM Collaborate Pro, and you can create a federated model to see how your project looks, having your site design, roads, contour, and with buildings, all the different disciplines into. So you can review the complete federated model on the cloud. And when it comes to model coordination, so it automatically runs the clashes. So you no need to select from which discipline to which discipline that you want to run the clashes. It automatically quickly it start creating the clashes. So your job as a designer, you can just go and review those clashes very quickly. That will be enabled to see, for example, what is a duct. You can review whether the duct is moved to the lower side, you want to change the elevation, or you want to raise a cable tray, or move the wall 6 inches to the other side. So these are the quick things that you can check in the coordination, and you can directly create the issue to the respective engineers, and they will the issue will be taken care. And if he's not responding, definitely it will be a overdue issue, and that those informations will be captured on the inside page. So it will help you to visualize the issues within your Revit models, and also these clashes can also be reviewed on your Naviswork, which I'll be talking in for these things. Like it's a new update that we have in 2024, which I will show you like what are the add-ins that can be supported. And also for the BIM infrastructure side also, this is not only for the cloud. So we also have it for the infrastructure, which I was the same thing, like you can do the automatic syncing with the desktop connector, and you have a secure file storage and sharing, and connected data shortcuts in docs, and you can seamlessly, you can do the external referencing. And as I said earlier, like file locking on over 100 plus formats, like Autodesk formats, it could be Autodesk format, Microsoft Office, or competitor CAD formats, and point cloud data, raster images, and PDFs, etc. These are the different file formats that we use in the industry, right? So you can have this file locking for all the on over the 100 plus formats. And this is a user interface that you see on the image, the bottom right side. You can see the lock symbol there. So when the other user is working on it, you can see the lock icon. So where the other person cannot able to do the changes. The left is the one which is the folder structure. You might be having these folder structures for each and every project in your local server. The same kind of folder structures can be created on the cloud, and you can have a subfolder You can upload all the required relevant, all the project data can be uploaded there, and with all the permissions, who need to access what type of data, whether for example, you can provide an access to an architecture folder to some of your user, and you can tell them like upload only or download only. So you can just upload only the files. You cannot view any of the drawings there, or you can see full control. So when you give a full control to a specific user, so you can able to upload, download the data, right? You'll have the full administration control for that. So there are like different types of permissions for the role based, user based, and also the company based. So when I say company, this platform, this cloud platform will be working with multiple companies. It's not just one company are going to use this platform, right? Definitely all the projects will be having a external stakeholders. You will have a client or your consultant or a subcontractor, general contractor, design consultant. You might be outsourcing some structure work or civil work to the consultant, design consultant. You need their work also to be uploaded on the platform. You need to communicate with them, right? So these are the stakeholders that we generally work. So you can bring in all the stakeholders and define the username and define which company they are. So, and you can provide the permissions based on their work level, right? So, and again, to talk about what's new in building design and the engineering collaboration. So I'll be talking about for the infra side. So let me start with the engineering side, the building design and the engineering collaboration. Yeah, the first thing is to on the automatic class selection. So you can turn off because I just mentioned about the automatic class selection just now, where it automatically runs the clashes. We don't have the provisions to turn off this automatic clash option, because whenever you create a design changes, automatically the background, the clashes will be created. We just have to go and review it. If you want to turn it off, I don't want to have this automatic turn off clash. So you can turn off this automatic clash. And when you create a new coordination spaces in settings, and when you select, when you turn off this, no clashes appear in the clash tool, which can gives you BIM managers a faster access to their models, where they can perform all other workflows they need in the BIM Collaborate Pro, such as model aggregations, alignment, views, and issue creations. And also it gives you the ability to push it to the field. So which I will just cover up I'll talk about the next slide, what is push to field. And with all this greater interoperability between the Navisworks and also the Autodesk Construction Cloud. So to do that, simply have to go to the coordination space. So people who are already using BIM Collaborate Pro maybe can understand this settings. If we can just simply go to the coordination space tab in the settings and make the appropriate selection. So when you're creating a new coordination space, and one thing I would like to point out here is like, it is not possible to turn off the clash on the existing clash on the spaces. You might have already created some clashes, right? So you cannot turn off for the existing clash on the spaces. So when you're creating a new coordination space, and if you want that to be turned off, you can do that. And you can right away, you can see it on the slide also, where the dialog box, the snip, you can see the image there, how you can turn it off. And also the coordination issues add-in is also available for Navisworks, which can connect directly to model coordination, providing all access to the coordination space, and with or without auto clash enabled. So the spaces with clash enabled in the model coordination may commonly be used in conjunction with the Navisworks clash detection, providing access to all your cloud managed design model or the trade model and the aggregated views. So it will be completely curated and managed in the model coordination tab. And the next update is on the push to field. So in September of last year, so we have launched a public beta for push to field, and this feature flag has been removed. And this feature allows our users to easily share custom model coordination views directly from Autodesk BIM Collaborate to any of the docs and field and all the stakeholders who are part of this project on a browser or and by mobile also to any folders in Autodesk docs. It enables an aggregated view from model coordination to be saved as a snapshot at a specific point in time, and intended for use outside of model coordination. And also we have some further enhancement, which also including the ability to create custom snapshot names and improved messaging around OTG management, and easily you can surfacing of save to docs functionality that you can see it on the screen, where the custom views can be created, and there is an option just you have to select save to docs, and to use this feature just you have to simply navigate to the model coordination view page and choose the option called save to docs option and the destination folder model. It will just come as a pop-up, and you can save the model coordination view as a snapshot with a custom name, or you could continue with the default view name also. And if a view is a private or a publishing, so it will make it public. An alert screen will also pop up to confirm your choice. So if you look at the right side, those are the details that will get displayed when you're working on it. You'll have this wall and door, that's a view which has been created. And if you want to just click on the save to docs, you can just do that. And you have the private, which is like, it will show as a lock. So private will be like only for your view. And if you want to do publishing it also, it will kind of a public. So where the other users also can able to see. And so they are only available in the ACC environment on the viewer, not available for the downloads. And the other update is on the issue tool. We have some update on the issue tool here. The BIM Collaborator users now have access to the issue tool, easily accessible through the side panel. If you look at the screen again, so in the model coordination below the side panel, you can see the issues. So previously, issues only surfaced in the clash tool only. So when you go to the model coordination of the clash, you can able to see only the issue, the previous versions. And now you can able to the issue can be accessed right from the side panel, and this provides the easier access to any issue created in the model coordination spaces, regardless of whether they were created in the model coordination or the Navisworks or the Autodesk docs. So regardless of wherever that you've created the issues, that can be accessed directly right from the side panel. And new issue list is being introduced to the model coordination also, which will be accessible through the left tool panel. So previously issues were surfaced in the clash tool. So instead of dedicating the issues space and all that, and the issue area will also show all the issue models in the coordination space. So whether they are model coordination clash or so when I was talking about the Naviswork issue, it's nothing but there is a issue add-in tool is available. So in Naviswork, so there if you go to, you can install an add-in coordination add-in. So that will help you to create an issues, and you can also see the issues whatever that has been created on the ACC platform. So this is a update on the NWF files in Navisworks 2024 plus Navisworks coordination issue add-in. So this is the add-in I was talking about, Navisworks coordination add-in. So the ACC and the Navisworks interoperability has gone to the next level, I would say, because with the release of Navisworks 2024 version, the latest version of 2024, and the issue add-in, the specific to the VDC teams, like VDC teams can they can able to unlock the power of NWF files between the desktop and the web, views from either the Navisworks or the model coordination. So will be saved as NWF files in the cloud and can be edited by multiple users. It could be in either location or from the multiple desktop instances of Navisworks. So they can able to easily save the NWF files, and also they can able to access it. And any changes will be prompt to merge with the cloud file, so which will ensuring the what called like accuracy of the central source of truth. And one more update in 2024. This is an update from Revit 2024, and again the update is based on the cloud one. If you have attended my previous 2024 webinar also, I was talking about linking the coordination right directly from the Autodesk docs. Now the new link coordination model future with Revit and the Autodesk docs, which make it easier for the project members, project teams to evolve and work together. So you can keep your project files light and you work in a sync with your collaboration. So generally, when you link multiple project files, so it will go. It's very difficult to navigate right inside the Revit. So to keep your project files light, and still if you want to navigate or create a federated model or to create a coordination model, so if you go to the insert tab in Revit, for the Revit users. So you see the coordination model there. So just click on the drop down icon and you have a local and Autodesk docs. Now the Autodesk docs is a new added. So you can just click on the Autodesk docs and you can link the files, what are the files that you have in the Autodesk docs. So again, the 60 plus file format is nothing but the Autodesk docs will support multiple different files, right? So you can able to review all that and you can link the Autodesk, the files directly from the Autodesk docs environment. And and finally, it will help you to enhance the contextual visualization and help you to referencing the modeling in the Revit. So when you do the modeling in Revit, so there are a lot of references that we might use, right? So this options will help you to enhance your workflow. And the manage link dialog is another update in 2024 of Revit. This is to manage your coordination model. So a new tab is available, a new coordination model tab is available in the manage link dialog box. So generally use manage link, right? So now in 2024 version, you can able to see the coordination model there. So the information is arranged in a grid structure so that you can provide an easier understanding of the link coordination model. And you can also modify the placement of the coordination model and the place instance option. So you can link the another coordination model from the local server. That's the option that we have earlier, local server, or from the Autodesk docs by just using the add-on button available in this dialog box. So this dialog box generally help you to easily manage the coordination model to have a faster collaboration. So all these updates are more on the collaboration side. That's was the most important thing the designers or the managers are looking at. And some updates are new workflow for the cloud empowered civil workflows like yeah, so there's another update for putting the civil in BIM. It's nothing but it's like more on the goal is to the goal of this update is to allow the users to deploy the sub assembly and the assembly efficiently, and also to allow the users them to work on multiple projects. So when as a civil 3D users, you understand the assemblies and sub assembly things, right? So this update will help them to deploy the sub assemblies and the assembly efficiently here. Yeah, so in meantime, just answer the poll questions.
Donovan,
so,
you can continue
yeah,
while they respond to
sure.
the question. Thanks.
Sure. Yeah, you can just respond to your questions. I'll just continue with the update on civil. So again, it helps you to provide the this specific update help you to provide the tool to allow them easily manage and manage the changes of subassembly and also the subassembly. So customers can manage the changes, assembly deployments, and the configurations more efficiently now, because they can deploy the subassemblies and assembly efficiently in the community environment. BIM 360 or the local server, the project wise, so that makes it more difficult. So kind of subassemblies are shown in the tool space. If you're using a tool space, you can look at the subassembly in the tool space. And also it allows the users to view versions, like what version of subassembly it is and what is the status of the subassembly. So those information is also visible now. And also the corridor will also show a notification when they need to be rebuilt based on the changes to the subassembly. And also if you look at the image on the top right corner, that PKT files can be saved and refreshed without restarting the Civil 3D now. So in earlier, like where you have to restart the Civil 3D, but you can look at all the PKT files, the subassembly and all that, the files are refreshed. You no need to restart the Civil 3D. And another quick update on the Point Cloud, the Recap Pro 2020 for the latest version. We have the desktop connector. So if you're using a desktop connector, so you can update to the latest version of 16.2 version. So those version desktop connector support the publishing the mesh directly from the recap to the docs. And also now the recap viewer allows the user to extract the geometry of the linear features like when you're working on the roads, corridor, gutter and all that, right? So you can able to extract those linear features in the recap viewer, and then you can export those geometry back to the CAD environment. To do that, to get all this, so update your desktop connector to 16.2 version, And there are some uploads also like clarified in the latest version of desktop connector in 16.2. So you can review the relationship before uploading the existing project. So in earlier version, you can see some red, which is marked the red, the image, PDF files and DWG files and all that. So those could be some of missing references you might have faced in the earlier version. So when you update with the latest version, so when you upload any reference files, so automatically it pushes the files with the dependencies. What are the dependency files that we have? It will automatically push those dependency to a desired folder on the Autodesk, so Autodesk docs. So there's a kind of a dialog box that you get it. So when you upload the local, upload the files and references, so in the below you can see the list contains your files and the folders with any reference files and related data. So you can also get the dependencies to the desired folder now. And what next with cloud empowered workflow? What's next in cloud in terms of roadmap? So quickly, I'll just take you through the roadmaps. It will be releasing in BIM Collaborate Pro. So a Bridge for Design Collaboration is a new tool that will be included in Autodesk BIM Collaborate Pro, and it helps the project stakeholders confidently share information in the design phase and leveraging the key workflows in design collaborations like package creations and consume design review and change analysis, and discover a new way to achieve project accountability with visualization that shows who shared what, when, and what's changed and all from different projects. So this is the key thing that we are looking at in the design collaboration. And also it helps us to share the team, the complete design packages from one project to the next using this bridge tool. You can able to share the design packages from the one project to the another to the next one. And also bridge packages from another disciplines will show up on the local timelines, and new design versions will be synced across your account. So what it means for you is like it's provide a better data ownership and privacy during the design phase, because design collaboration generally work during the design phase. So that's where you seamlessly share the information between the teams and stakeholders. And also it helps you to share models and documents between the projects and keep the data in sync all time. And also one more update which is in progress called project standardization in terms of library and template and notification. So if we look at the library like Revit parameters collections, so which will support a new column to indicate the author of a parameter collection, as well as a few user interface changes might be there. It is only in the ACC. And also it's if you look at the import form templates into libraries, will help you to allow the users or the account admin to import or put a form templates from the projects into the library. And one more is on the template side, where you can add files into the project templates and issue templates in project templates. And you can view the project templates and children project relationships. Like for example, I would say it will allow the account admins, again on the account admins, to quickly see which projects have been created from a specific project template, and all users to see whether a project has been created from a project template, or the users to see the name of the project template that a project was created from. So these are the things that comes as an update in the template. Also on the notification side, also some updates are in progress, like sender name personalization. So when you get some notifications, like generally when you use Autodesk build email notifications, so to stay on the same page with email, the sender name. So this personalization can be done. Like receiver will, the person who receives, right, will have more specific information about who triggered the notification, the email sender name. So these are the updates will come on the notification side, and event level settings also will be available. All these are in progress. So again, on the Autodesk build email notification, so event level settings allows the project members to tailor their email notification based on the triggering event within the tool. So mostly for the whenever you create issues and all that, right? So immediately you get the notification. So to have a proper information about the sender, to personalize those information, so this updates will help. And also on the document management, there are a few things which is in progress, like for file. So when you upload the Revit file upload indicator. So whenever you upload, so what is the like the indicator, and save and rerun the search, and markups, like copy and paste the markups. So that is an update which we are looking at, and polygon improvements. So this is generally in the markup side when you work. So when you work with markups tool in Autodesk Docs, so where you can copy and paste it, and also the polygon improvements, and reviewers, again, to copy the markups with the approved files. You can able to copy the markups in the approved files now, and export the files from the review, and improved copy error handling. And for the sheets, you can filter by location and disciplines. When you look at the sheets, you might be having hundreds and hundreds of sheets, right? So to filter it by location and discipline. Right, so these are the things that we are looking at in future. Those are in progress for the document management. To sum up with, the final update is on the Pharma. I think Pharma, like on 8th May 2023, we officially launched the first set of Pharma capabilities, which will help of conceptual design capabilities. This is again on the cloud side. This is more on the conceptual design capabilities, I would say. So where you can do the predictive analytics and automations, and Autodesk Pharma will empower the planning and design teams to deliver a project digitally from day one, creating to a solid foundation to all the subsequent project phases. And if you're wondering what's the first offering of Pharma is look like there are some large launch event has also happened recently, like few months back. So you can also look at the launch event, and this is part of the AEC collection now. So if you have not tried, and if you're more keen on you're looking some tools which will help for the conceptual design. So we have the Pharma, which is available as part of your AEC collection. If you have an AEC collection subscription, just go to your managed.autodesk.com and look for Pharma, and you can start using it. And a lot of tools that we have for the conceptual design capabilities and predictive analytics and automations and all this that can be done with Pharma. And also some resources and some links for BIM Collaborate Pro Guide and Autodesk Construction Cloud offerings, and Civil 3D best practices for design collaborations. So those are the links which you will get it from our team. So post this session, like our team will share the session recording. Along with that, they'll give you the links where you can go through it whenever you find time. This is about the end of my presentation. Just to, yeah, so we'll have some 5 to 8 minutes that we have to go through the Q&A.
Hey, thank you so much, Donovan. Thanks, everybody. I've just posted in the chat the links that Donovan has shared. So before we jump into Q&A, if I could just quickly share my screen again. So for those who have joined us later, you may have missed my intro. And this is to kind of share about the State of Design and Make report. So this report is a compilation of insights and feedback that we've gotten from a lot of industry leaders throughout the world. I think you'll find it really useful. So please do download this report. If you, the link is in the chat as well. So now I will hand it over to John to help us with the Q&A. John?
Thanks, TK. So for those of you who has any questions, just feel free to type it in the Q&A panel, and we'll go through some of your questions for the remaining time for this webinar. Tandavan, there's a first question regarding the new functionalities that we have highlighted. For their existing project that they're using Revit 2022 version, can they use these new features in Autodesk Construction Cloud?
Okay, so 2020, actually those updates which I was talking about is on Revit 2024. So those are the updates in Revit 2024, which cannot be used in 2022 version. In 2024 only, we have the options like linking the coordination model, like when you're creating a coordination model, right? So that option is available in our latest version. So you can link you can directly link from the Autodesk docs, and you can able to manage those in the manage links. So those coordination tab will be displayed only in the latest version. of Revit 2024, and also in Navisworks 2024 also those coordination add-ins will support. The early version I've seen it, but in 2024 has a lot of new updates that cannot be used in the older version.
In the event that they are using Revit 2022 in Autodesk Construction Cloud, they can still utilize capabilities that are available in our web service. Am I right?
Yes, yeah, web service, yes.
Okay.
But the feature which is linked with 20 Revit, that cannot be used.
All right.
Yeah.
So perhaps we may not be able to have a demonstration on the bridge functionality in Autodesk Construction Cloud. Maybe we can talk about it. So there's
Yes.
one question from Vinay that regarding how does the bridge feature works in Autodesk Construction Cloud?
Yeah, so those are the roadmap that we have. Yeah, so which cannot be demonstrated now. So
Yeah, perhaps I can help on that portion. Regarding bridge, if you're utilizing two different platforms that are utilizing Autodesk Construction Cloud, this would allow you to transfer data from one project site to another.
to the another project.
Yes, in the event that a consultant using their own site, and let's say a contractor or another consultant is using on a different site and they don't wish to actually work on the same site, you can use the bridge functionality in Autodesk Construction Cloud. So to set it up, we can give you links later on where you can follow the process. So there's only two things that you need to define is that when you go to the settings tab in Autodesk Construction Cloud, you just need to select bridge and then invite the relevant stakeholder that you want to link that project into. So the second step would be once that user received that email notification, they can specify on what folder in their project set that they want to link it with your project. So once that has been defined, information from two different sites can truncate. So meaning any updates that you have done on site A will be replicated in site B.
Right.
So there is one question regarding subscription.
Okay.
So the question is, does that mean that the current subscription for BIM Collaborate Pro is limited, or do they need to subscribe to another Autodesk product? Perhaps maybe I can just I think we
Sure.
have some limited descriptions on the question here. So
Yes.
so if let's say maybe I'll interpret it differently. So in the event that they already have the Autodesk Revit application or AEC collection, in order to utilize BIM Collaborate Pro, do they need to subscribe to another package?
If they're having only AEC collection, if they want to have a live collaboration, so they need to go for BIM Collaborate Pro.
All right.
So because docs is part of your AEC collection. So BIM Collaborate Pro, that's an additional thing that you wanted to go for. If you need a live design collaboration and share your design packages and consume it. So that features and model coordination, everything comes under the BIM Collaborate Pro version.
All
In
right.
addition, as other models which I have mentioned during the ACC introduction, like apart from design, we have build and other models, and depends upon the requirement. So if we also take care of the field management and all that, so you need a build feature. So those are the additional features or subscription that you should look at.
Okay. So we'll just take in one last question before we wrap up the
Sure.
webinar. So currently, this one is one question from Ray regarding the support for Revit versions for BIM Collaborate Pro and ACC. So which versions do we support? So which Revit?
Versions,
Yes.
versions, we should, for example, if you're working on Revit 2021 or 2022, so only those versions can able, only on those version projects can only be able to access it.
All right.
So some version limitations are there. It depends like what versions they're working on it in Revit, and the same projects can be used on they can able to connect the BIM Collaborate Pro.
We support lower versions of Revit as well, but
Yes.
as you know, in Autodesk we have the current versions plus 3 versions back. So
Mm.
in the event that you have any like concerns or issues or troubleshooting that you would need help on, our support team or product team can address those. So
Yeah.
current version is 2024, so 23, 22, 21. So those are supported versions using our cloud, and
Right.
also if you log a support ticket to us.
Yeah, so that is as a product versions, yes. So any product that they take, so they have a 3 versions, up to 3 versions, they can downgrade and they can work on it.
Okay.
Support team will help for that.
Again, there's a lot of questions that are coming in the Q&A. Apologies if we're not able to cover all, but do feel free to reach out, and we will be answering some of those questions that you have posted here. Over to you,
Yeah.
TK.
Right. Thanks, John. Thanks, Donovan. And thank everyone for hanging with us. Thanks for joining our webinar, and look out for our follow-up email that will be sent to you, and the recording of this session will be included. And like what John said, if you have any questions, do respond back to us, and we will catch you on the next one. All right. Take care, everybody.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for
Yeah.
joining us.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.